Morning guys, Scott from SE Landscaping. Friday, end of the week for a lot. I'm however working Saturday morning, so another day and a half to go, but the sun's shining, which is always nice. We're just walking on a couple of sites this morning. The ground is really soaking wet up north, as I'm assuming it is most places at the moment. So gonna need a lot of dry weather or winds to get things dried up anytime soon. But what I want to talk about is I put a post up on most of the sites last night, most of the Facebook groups that a lot of you guys are in, and what it is I subscribe to the RHS magazine. Basically I support the charity in the fact that I pay £60–70 a year, and in with that you get free access to the gardens all year, the 4 gardens across the country, as well as the new one that's opened this year in Manchester, and you get vouchers and sort of freebies throughout the year, as well as a £5 magazine each month. And in the magazine there was an article of the decline of petrol's tools and some figures, and the increase in the battery figures, and I think petrol was dropping off at a million units a year across Europe or whatever, and the battery was going the other way and increasing. And it got a lot of people talking last night on the social media, and some people were for it and could see the benefits, and other people couldn't see the benefits. And I just wanted to run through what my personal thoughts are, and how it does benefit you, and how in some points you can lose work because of it. So the downsides are, yes, if you haven't got the large battery packs, you do need to carry lots of batteries, and the potential is you could run out of charge on sites. But the potential is if you don't carry enough petrol, you're going to run out of charge. The good points are the fact that it's quieter, so you can start on jobs earlier on sites. You also don't need to wear earmuffs if you don't want to, although I still do because I listen to the radio, which is good. The sites are happier because you're quieter outside if people are on the phone and things, especially in summer when people have the windows open and the petrol starts up. Straight away a lot of people shut the windows, which they don't want to do, so it's good from that point. And coming on to contracts, anybody who tenders a lot will realise now that a lot of tenders now for councils and commercial sites, these people have to demonstrate what they're doing for the environment, as we do. So we're trying to go on to battery stuff to improve the environment, and we're all trying to do our bit. And what happens is a lot of tenders now are points scored, and under the environmental section they'll ask you what your company does, whether it runs electric vehicles and stuff. If you write down you're using petrol tools, and a man next to you on the tender list writes down that he's using the battery tools to improve the environment, he gets say 20 extra points, and it's not all scored about money with contracts now. So that 20 extra points could mean that he wins the contract over you, not because he's cheaper, but because he's environmentally better than you. So, like I say, it's not all about the cost. Yes, we know that battery stuff is never going to be as good as petrol. I'm not saying it isn't. I mean, the strokes per minute on the hedge cutters are less, and things like that, and you're not going to get a blower that's a BR800 power-wise. But what I am saying is we've all got to go down this route, because the other stuff's not going to be there in too many years' time. So you've got to give it a chance, and you've got to show that, like I said, to potential customers what you are doing to help the environment. So that's some points to think about when you are thinking, oh no, I'm not going to buy any battery stuff, I don't see the point in it. The point in it is not so much if you're on a private job, because if you're just a guy who's just on his own and you're just going around doing private work, you can probably only fund one hedge cutter a year, so you might have your your £300 and you might buy RHS 80 or an 82 or whatever they are, and that might be your only outlay. But if you're looking at commercial, you need to be smart, and you need to actually realise that, like I say, that purchase of that petrol power tool, because you like them better and they're faster and everything like that, could potentially lose you some work. So just a few things to think about there, guys. Hope it's helped, and we will catch you on the next one.